There's a unique power in silence, an intensity that no amount of shouting or boasting can ever achieve. Think about it. The quietest person in the room often holds the most influence. They don't need to demand attention or put on a show. Their mere presence shifts the energy, making everyone take notice without understanding why. It's not about being loud or confrontational. True dominance lies in restraint. It's the ability to unsettle others with your calmness, to make them feel your presence without a single word escaping your lips. Silence isn't weakness. It's a carefully crafted weapon. It's the mastery of creating tension, of forcing others to grapple with their own insecurities while you remain composed and untouchable. This kind of power doesn't come naturally. It's a skill that requires discipline, awareness, and an understanding of how silence can be more powerful than any word or action. In this world, where noise is constant and attention is fleeting, the one who remains still commands everything. Today, I'm going to show you how to harness this silent dominance, to walk into any room and have people respect, fear, and remember you, without you having to say a single word. People often believe that words are their strongest tools, but in reality, they are a double-edged sword. The more you speak, the more you reveal your intentions, your vulnerabilities, your weaknesses. Words are a mirror to your inner self, and those who understand this can use them against you. On the other hand, silence is invincible. It offers nothing to dissect, nothing to analyze. When you speak, you give away clues. When you remain silent, you maintain control. Silence unnerves people because it denies them the validation they crave. The less you say, the more they speculate, and the more power you hold over them. There's something magnetic about silence. A person who stands still, who doesn't rush to fill the empty spaces with noise, becomes a focal point. Silence draws people in because it creates tension. It's an unspoken energy that forces others to acknowledge your presence. When you walk into a room, resist the urge to greet everyone or make small talk. Let your presence speak for you. Silence, coupled with deliberate movements, becomes a statement in itself. People will watch, wonder, and wait for you to speak. The longer they wait, the more power you gain. Silence isn't just an absence of noise. It's a weapon. It disarms those around you, leaving them exposed and vulnerable. When you refuse to respond to provocations, you strip people of their ability to control the situation. They rely on your reactions to gauge their own power. And when you deny them that, they falter. Silence forces others to confront their insecurities. While they overthink your intentions, you remain calm and composed, staying several steps ahead. The less you say, the more they unravel. Their own paranoia becomes their undoing. Human nature fears what it cannot understand. Silence is an enigma, and it terrifies people because it leaves them with unanswered questions. What are you thinking? What are you planning? The uncertainty eats away at them. When you remain silent, you project confidence and control. You're not reacting impulsively, and that makes you unpredictable. People fear unpredictability because it makes them feel powerless. The more they try to decipher your silence, the deeper they sink into their own insecurities. Weak people talk endlessly, hoping their words will mask their fears. Strong people understand that silence is the ultimate display of strength. By refusing to engage, you show that you are unshaken by external forces. Imagine being insulted or challenged and responding with nothing but silence. That moment, when they're waiting for your reaction and you give them nothing, is when you truly hold the power. Your silence speaks volumes. It says, "I don't need to explain myself to you. Your words are meaningless to me." Your silence doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's amplified by your posture, your gaze, and your body language. Stand tall, make deliberate eye contact, and remain calm. These nonverbal cues add weight to your silence, making it even more powerful. The way you carry yourself communicates more than words ever could. A confident stance and a composed demeanor create an aura of authority. When combined with silence, this makes you appear untouchable. Someone who doesn't need to shout to be heard. People who rely on manipulation and control thrive on reactions. They provoke you because they want to see you lose composure. But when you refuse to engage, you deny them the satisfaction they seek. Silence frustrates them because it leaves them powerless. They can't manipulate what they can't predict. The longer you stay quiet, the more they lose control. Eventually, they'll become desperate, and in their desperation, they'll reveal their own weaknesses. Mastering silence takes practice and discipline. It's natural to want to defend yourself, to explain your actions, or to retaliate when provoked. But every time you resist that urge, you grow stronger. Silence requires patience, but its rewards are immense. The key is to remain composed. Don't let your emotions dictate your actions. When you stay silent in the face of chaos, you project an image of unshakable strength. Over time, this becomes second nature, and your silence becomes your most powerful weapon. Silence is not just about the absence of words, it's about presence. It's the energy you bring into a room, the way you make people feel without saying anything. Presence is cultivated through self-awareness and confidence. When you know who you are, you don't need validation from others. This level of self-assurance intimidates people because it's rare. Most people are desperate for approval, but when you show that you don't need it, you become someone they can't ignore. Your silence becomes a statement of independence and strength. When you master the art of silence, you leave an indelible mark on people. They won't remember you for what you said, but for how you made them feel. Your silence lingers, creating a presence that stays with them long after you've left. This is the ultimate goal, to make people fear your presence without uttering a word. When you walk into a room, the air changes. When you leave, they're left questioning themselves. That's the power of silence, the ability to dominate without force, to control without words.